Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, welcoming you to a brand new LP! That's right, today we're starting Kirby's Adventure for the NES. I figured after playing Mega Man 4, 5, and 6, it was time to take a break from the Blue Bomber for a while, and we're gonna play Kirby's first ever adventure. Now, you might say that his first adventure was in Dreamland for the Game Boy, and that would be true, but Kirby really found himself in this game. He had the ability to suck up enemies and get powers, as where in the Game Boy version, all he could do was suck up enemies and spit them out at people. Plus, what's not to love about Kirby? He looks so cute and cuddly, but at the same time, there's something so very menacing about him. How he sucks up his opponents and steals their powers, and, this world looks perfectly fine. It doesn't look like they're trying to cause too much trouble until Kirby showed up. I don't know, but, so what can I say about Kirby that you may or may not know, and by may or may not, I mean mostly may. You suck up people's powers, you push down to acquire the power. If you want to exchange the power for another one, you can push the select button, and a star will pop out of Kirby's butt, and get a new one. It's a great way that it works. And try not to run into enemies like I do, because I'm an idiot. But if you do, you can always run back and get the star that pops out of Kirby, and then you can regain the power. Although the star will disappear after a little while, just so you know. So Kirby is my second favorite video game character of all time. And it's really more so from the Smash Brothers games, probably more than anything, that I love him. But I've grown to love him even more because I've been able to play some of his other games. Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo is also an amazing game. I might LP that somewhere down the road, although it is pretty similar. A lot of the Kirby games are actually quite similar, unless they're completely different, like Kirby's Avalanche, which is a puzzle game, and Kirby's Dream Course, which is a golfing game, where you use Kirby as the ball for some reason. I don't know. But, so we might venture into other Kirby affairs later on, but for the time being, we'll just stick to the classic. And boom, first level done, even before I can get through with everything I was gonna say. 2,000 points. I love all the little kind of gimmicks in this game. It's really great. Like, here's another one right up here. See this little, keychain Kirby? We'll go in here. Crane Fever! Use the buttons to move the crane and try to get a Kirby. A big one's hard to get, but worth it. Alright, well there you go. We got our little UFO station, as they call them in Japan. They don't call them the crane games. I already went off on a crane game tangent, though, before, so I really don't think I need to go off on another one, but let's see if we can get this guy. I think it's pretty much luck. At least I hit it dead on. So let's see. No, now it's even further to the right than it was when it started. Well, while I'm going through this painful process, a little tidbit about Japanese stuff, because, hooray for Japan. Their crane games are really popular. If you go to an arcade, you'll see two things at every arcade. Crane games, known as UFO catchers, and photo booths. Everywhere. I kid you not, they're everywhere. But the thing is that the items you get in crane games, you can't just buy them out of the crane game. You can't go to someone working there and say, hey, can I just buy this right out of the machine? And people take a lot of pride in some of them they get, because some of them are really rare, and the machines are really difficult. So, you'll see people have them dangling off of their keychains, or their phone, or their backpack, and some of the people, you take even pride, I would say, in the fact that they got some of the really hard ones to get. I remember trying to get a Mr. Saturn from Earthbound and spending seriously close to $10 to try to get it, because I had heard from some of the Japanese people that I was with that it was pretty rare, going for something like $50 US on eBay. So I'm like, I wasn't going to sell it, obviously, but, if I would have, that would have been pretty cool. So here we go. Oh, here's our first mini-boss. The bosses are weak to different kinds of powers. You just kind of have to do trial and error mostly to figure out what they are. This guy's actually got a really cool power. Once you kill any boss, you can get their power if you want, and, seeing as how I lost mine, might as well go over here and grab this guy's. And this guy's got the crash power. Now, this power you can only use once, so use it in a very tricky situation, I suppose. You use it when you absolutely need to, and or when a lot of enemies are on the screen. Oh, like now. So you use it, and boom! Kirby just goes crazy with anger. He just unleashes his inner, I don't know, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of thing, I suppose. Some enemies, like that guy, the smaller version of the dude that we just killed, gives you nothing, same with this guy. But instead of sucking them in and pushing down, you can always shoot them out your mouth again. I'm sure I don't need to explain that to anyone, but, just to be thorough, might as well. Oh, man, but, the Kirby series really got it right from the get-go. Even though Dreamland, you couldn't suck up enemies and get their powers, it found its kind of niche, if you will, the way that it should have been played pretty early on with this game. You look at a game like, Super Mario, the Mario games that we know, I think, are mostly based off of, what came out of Super Mario Bros. 3. And, oh, damn, I really wanted the sword power. But I guess I sucked in the beam power first. Oh well, what can you do? But, it took till Mario Bros. 3 to kind of figure out Mario's rightful place. We had Mario 1, which, you know, is a classic. You can't take anything away from it. And then you had Mario 2, which was a copy of Doki Doki Panic, a game that only came out in Japan. And then you finally had Mario 3, and it had all the different powers and had the world system. Some levels you didn't have to go to, which was really cool. You know, look at Mario, or look at Mega Man 2, you know. Mega Man 1, which I will get around to. Don't worry, we are going to play Mega Man 1 sooner than later, but there are a few other games I wanted to play in between, because I'm kind of Mega Man'd out myself. You know, Mega Man 1, that was definitely the black sheep of the Mega Man family for quite a while. It might still be, by some people's consideration. Ooh, the fireball guy. This guy's awesome. Let's see if we can, oh, what? Oh, okay, Oh, that's kind of weird. Honestly, I don't know if that's how it always is, but if you suck in 2 enemies, it just goes, like, wild card on you, and you just choose one? I don't know. I don't remember that. Huh. Learn something new every day. That guy's supposed to give you, the fireball ability. What did he have that in Melee? Kirby had that move in Melee, I think. I want to say it was Melee. I could be totally wrong. Jeez. Poor me. You know what's even more of an atrocity? I have a GameCube, but I don't own Melee. Honestly, I just thought that Melee moved super fast for me, and I was like, oh my god, the speed at which this game moves is too much. You know, even Brawl moves pretty fast, at least compared to the original N64 version, but that's manageable. I mean, Melee is just like, oof, man, if you're a master in Melee, and I know there are plenty of you out there, man, hats off to you. That game just, holy crap. I don't know. I can beat Mega Man games, but that game's a little rough. Maybe I'm just old. Who cares? Speaking of Brawl, hey, look, there's the Maximum Tomato. That's where that comes from. If you didn't know, that came from Kirby games. And our little ending platform business. We only got 3. That thing's kind of fickle. It's hard to figure out. You want to push A right at the bottom so you can get the maximum force up, but I don't know. I really have a hard time getting it, 100% of the time. More like 60% of the time, all the time. And so here's the museum. Nothing too special about him. Still a cool little gimmick, though. There's always an enemy just sitting here that you can grab. And hey, we got the sword! I actually really like the sword because he's got the Ninja Gaiden attack then when he jumps and he spins around with the sword. Takes out everything around him. And just the normal swipe will take out everything in front of him, above him, and pretty much below him. It's probably, one of the best, one of the most fun. I mean, who doesn't love playing around with a sword? I mean, even pink balls of fluff like playing around with swords. Oh, and here's Mr. Blizzard, man. I like this guy. He shows his ass, and then he gets all panicky. He's like, oh god, what's happened to me? But I got the sword power. We're going to stick to that. There will be plenty of time to show off other powers later on. There are plenty of powers that they don't even show in the first world. So that's I'm planning on showing the entire first world today, by the way, even though we're already like 8 minutes in. So these first couple of levels, kind of like me playing Zombies versus Neighbors. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost just said that. Plants versus Zombies. Man, I gotta focus on what I'm saying here. Oh damn, lost the sword power. But Plants vs. Zombies, the tutorial levels can be a little too much. I think the same goes for these Kirby games, but that makes it just more fun. Oh, here we get the Needle attack. Very similar to the Spark attack. Actually, really, really close to the Spark attack. Almost the same thing. But it's still a pretty cool attack. Anything that's really defensive. Unfortunately, we didn't get the turn into a stone and drop on people's heads attack. That was the one thing that I loved about Smash Brothers for the 64. Ooh, hey, Meta Knight! Nice! What do you got, Meta Knight? Lollipop! We have hyper power! Oh, yeah! You can't stop a hyper, Kirby. He will kill you! Oh, gotta get the one up. Massive damage to that tank, not like it matters. In this game, Meta Knight is generally known as being Kirby's, rival / bad guy. But here he plays much the same kind of role that Proto Man did in some of the Mega Man games. It's kind of just like the anti-hero, kind of like goes and helps Kirby along the way, but doesn't reveal his true nature, kind of thing. Anyhow, that will take us to the next world, so here we go, we're on to the boss! And it's easily the most memorable boss from any Kirby game, because he's the boss of all the first worlds ever, the tree. So let's just get up in his face and needle him, see how much damage this does. Oh, he's going down fast! Oh, boom! Take that, tree! Kirby don't care about no environment. I've got my wand. Just like Mario Brothers 3, go grab that wand. Gotta grab it, get a couple guys to dance with you. That's the way you do it after you get a wand. Gotta dance. Now we're going to the second world, Ice Cream Island. Where we can dream of beef and donuts. Guys hitting us with mallets. Poor Kirby. Gets no respect. No respect, I tell you. But that's gonna do it for this first episode of Kirby's Adventure. Next episode, Episode? It should be a lot more fun. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff. Maybe finish World 2 even. Who knows? This has been the Johnny Cage, guys. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you have not. And I will talk to all of you awesome people tomorrow.